The inaugural Courageous Conversations event will be held at the Nelson Mandela Centre of Memory and Heart in Johannesburg this coming Wednesday. The event will be used as a platform to discuss South Africa's recent downgrade and how the country's leaders, led by the chartered accountancy profession, can aid in the recovery of the economy. To tell us more about the conversations, we're joined in studio by Dr. Terence Nombembe. He, of course, is the CEO of the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, or SAICA. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne.
So this courageous conversation that you've decided to have, talk to us about why you decided it was important.
Yes, Leanne, this is the first of the many series of conversations we'll be having with leaders and the youth, students in particular, to look at issues that we need to address and resolve in South Africa as a profession.
Yeah.
It's gladly led by our icon in the profession, Professor Wiseman Nkuhlu, who, as part of his trust or foundation, has basically offered his time, because he said, I've got time, I've got health. He wouldn't say I'm wise, but his name basically suggests that he's wise man, he's lungile.
Yeah.
So basically we're working with him to encourage our members, chartered accountants in particular, to be part of a solution.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, people are very, very worried, especially with South Africa's economy, the state of the economy, the state of our political arena at the moment. And people are really seriously concerned about their investments and their future in this country. Do you feel the same way? Do you think that this concern is justified?
The concern is genuine, is justified. And as professionals, collectively, we should be able to find a solution, because there's no problem that is insurmountable. And it's important that we begin these sessions not only to have a conversation, but to rather focus on practical implementable action. And this would basically be the hallmark of these conversations. And I'm glad that the Nelson Mandela Foundation is partnering with us on this. Hence, we're having this in their home, which is a symbolic home for these sessions.
Absolutely, and it does give it a great gravitas as well. You talk about us working together as South Africans. What can we do, though? Because sometimes, and a lot of us do feel, that it's out of our hands to work together when it comes to the greater good of our economy, when it comes to the decisions that are made that are perhaps not good for all of us. So what can we do when you bring this dialogue and you want us to all come together?
It can never be out of our hands, Leanne.
Okay.
We just need to make an effort. We've got to go an extra mile. And the SAICA focus, for instance, as part of the strategic focus, is about collaboration. And the fact that it's part of a strategic focus, we're going to make it work. Professionals generally in South Africa have been accustomed to working in isolation. And that isolationism is never going to make us able to build a better country. To build our nation, we've got to work collectively. And as SAICA, we're going to lead the charge.
And the one thing we have noticed is that over this period, I don't think we've ever seen so many national dialogues taking place. People coming out and openly speaking, as opposed to speaking behind closed doors. Is this as a result of the situation we find ourselves in as a country, where we're seeing people like you, people like former presidents, coming together and speaking up publicly?
It's about time that becomes a norm. But the angle we want to do with SAICA is to make sure that we find solutions, we act, and make things happen.
Yeah, fantastic. Terence, thank you very, very much. We are now, I suppose, is it a closed invite, or people allowed to attend it if they'd like to?
We've had so much response to this that we actually basically a full house. But the fact that it's a series of conversations, we're going to do this monthly and blend between the leaders as well as the youth, and sometimes the combination.
Okay.
So, but on a monthly basis, we'll be having these sessions to really find real solutions for our country.
Fantastic.
Because it deserves to be a better country.
Terence, thank you very, very much for talking to us here on the program. Dr. Terence Nombembe is the CEO of SAICA, you know, as well. He was the Auditor General here in South Africa. So, important discussion taking place at the Nelson Mandela Foundation on Wednesday, and no doubt we will cover that event as well. Let's say goodbye to you from me. We'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. Palesa.
All right, thank you very much, Leanne. Well, it's a goodbye from me as well. Thank you so much for having watched Morning Live. Mueras nogadag. Tot ziens.